Just a beautiful summer Sunday night in Hamilton as we get set for the conclusion of Week 5. Another East-West showdown. The 3-1 BC Lions, the 0-4 Hamilton Tiger Cats, who've lost 2 of those 4 games in the final play of the game. Matt Dunnigan, intriguing quarterback matchup in this one. Top 2 passers heading into Week 5. Let's start with Vernon Adams Jr., number 1 in the CFL heading into this week.
Yeah, this is what it's all about here. Canadian Football League, air it out, and we've got 2 guys that can absolutely do that. Vernon Adams on plus 30-yard completions, explosive plays, as we like to call him. He's got 81 over the course of his career. On the other side, you've got Bo Levi Mitchell. Guess how many he has, folks? He has 212 30-plus completions. We're going to see a fire show tonight.
Old teammates at Eastern Washington. Bo Levi Mitchell, Scott Milanovich. You have to think that there's pressure on him and the Ticats, even though they've managed to stay quite positive, he says, after this 0-4 start. So many close games. And for Rick Campbell, off to a 3-1 start, haven't lost since their last venture into the Eastern time zone against the Argos at BMO Field a month ago. There's Terry Williams. The Ticats won the toss, but they have deferred, so Adams and the Lions are to get the ball first on this Sunday night at Tim Hortons Field. Glad you could join us. And that kickoff towards Williams down at the BC 10. Terry Williams to the 30. A return of 23 yards. Vernon Adams coming in. As mentioned, he leads the CFL, Matty, in passing yardage coming into Week 5.
Yeah, and he's been taking care of the football as well, which makes him even more lethal. And he can pull it down at any given moment and hurt a defense and gash with his legs as well. Vernon Adams is feeling it. His association relationship with his receivers is second to none. McGinnis and Hollins are feeling it too, and those guys are going to be fed often tonight.
Williams Stanback in the backfield for BC, their leading rusher. But Adams will throw on first down off to the right. And one of his favorite targets, too, is Justin McInnis, who gets it up near first down yardage up across the 40.
Yeah, just, you know, on cue, McInnis has fed the football. Packer in the middle taking over Michael Couture. I think this is one of the biggest stories of their offensive line, keeping VA healthy and clean. Been outstanding. I mentioned these 2 guys off the top. These are your 2 studs, especially on second down situations. Vernon likes to find those 2.
Well, that's enough for a first for McInnis, so they move the sticks right away. A little play action fake over the middle, and it is caught again. Right back to Justin McInnis again. So back-to-back first down catches for number 18.
Yeah, and he's right here going to run a dig, and he's going to have DB draped all over his back. But you got a big body like McInnis, and it's like you don't even flinch. You just go up, reach it, hand it, and pull it down.
The Canadian in his 5th year out of Arkansas State. There's Williams Stanback with his first carry as he has a good pickup, gets it just inside the 45 of the Ticats.
Yeah, a little reinforcements in the form of Hendricks in the middle. Deontay is much needed, and he's going to help to solidify that defensive line and get a push on VA. Moxie, second week in a row, playing Sam linebacker on the back end. You got Lawson playing for Leonard, and to me, this is a story. You got to pay attention to this field side corner. Dexter Lawson's man, not Richard Leonard.
5-yard pickup, Stanback. 2nd and 5 BC. Opening possession of this game. Throwing deep, wide open, touchdown, Stanback.
Yeah, that's a vertical stretch guy for you, Rod. I don't know if you knew that, but you know, Stanback out of the middle. You talk about a tendency breaker. Love this. We did that when I was in BC with Tony Cherry a lot, and I tell you, it catches defense off guard. Coming out on your left-hand side of your screen. Watch 31, free release, kind of gets lost. He's scot-free right now. Just lift it. The big man makes a nice catch. Just kind of stuck it on his Velcro on his 3-1 right there, and VA just made that look too easy.
We talked to him, Matty, earlier this week about he's more than just a running back. You can throw to him too, although he's really thinking of checkdowns and screens. A deep ball there to cap off a 4-play 77-yard drive as the BC Lions strike quickly, and it's Sean White with the point after try. And just like that, William Stanback had a carry, then went for a jaunt, and he was wide open and behind coverage to take that one in. The Lions strike first in Hamilton.
Yeah, stand back. Hey, he's right here, folks, and he's going to do a simple pattern. He's going to free release and go right up the middle of the football field. VA is going to get his eyes right, hold Castantonis just a little bit, the free safety, and nobody touches. 31's just jaunt down the middle of the football field. VA's just got to lift it out there. Easy walk-ons. William Stanback's got zero rushing TDs this year. That's his second through the air. So being diversified, doing it all for the BC Lions.
Receiving touchdown, yeah, Matty, for William Stanback. And so it goes to the new returner, Smoke Harris. And Harris has to pick it up off the hop, and a flag is out too, and he's got nowhere to run. So they're down 7, and they're pinned deep too. Around the 15, we'll wait to see what the flag is. Maxime Royer, and in the special teams tackle for BC.
Don't you think you'd want to catch that in the fly?
Well,
that first start for the young man.
For Smoke Harris.
Yeah.
There's Dennis McKnight. There was a change at special teams coordinator. Paul Boudreau let go, and Dennis McKnight coming in. Had previously been a
holding. Hamilton, number 20. Half the distance to the goal. First down.
McKnight had previously been a special teams coordinator a few years ago with the Tiger Cats.
Yeah, in fairness to him as a coach, it's going to take a while to flex his muscles and pose his philosophies and thought processes, but not a good start for the teams in Hamilton.
With the penalty, they're really hemmed in deep. Down the touchdown, James Butler back in the lineup after missing last week in Ottawa because of a concussion. And you know this game always means something to him. He started his career with the BC Lions.
That's exactly what you're looking for as a quarterback. I don't care if you're new to this league or you're a veteran like Bo Levi. Pick up 6 and first and down, control the line of scrimmage, put you in second and manageable. I know it sounds like a broken record, but that's what this game's all about when you're working with 2 downs.
So a 2nd and 4 after that 6-yard pickup by Butler, who had been averaging 5.2 yards a carry coming into this game. They will pass. Mitchell looks across, and the receiver is Tim White. He is hit by Gary Peters immediately as the ball arrives. That falls incomplete, and the Ticats will have to kick it away from the end zone.
Yeah, and Bo is staring down as he's waiting for it to develop, but what he doesn't pick up is he doesn't pick up Peters just kind of hanging there waiting for the crosser to come to him. And when it does, he's there on time, and he's disruptive, and the ball's on the ground.
So this is a tough start for an 0-4 team against the 3-1 Lions, with Terry Williams standing near midfield for the punt by the left-footed Nick Constantino. And a good punt it is, chasing Williams back to the BC 45. They converge after a punt of 56 yards. A flag comes out around the spot where Williams is taken down. In 4 plays, they scored. And they're back on the field again. Vernon Adams and the Lions with a 7-point lead.
Yeah, folks, if you're in your fridge digging out a cold beverage or something, or you're in the stands here looking for a popcorn, hey, I tell you, you blink and you missed it. McInnes twice, nice contested catches, easy throws for VA. Stand back 1 time on the ground and 1 big play through the air. Just like that. They got the ball back at the 40-yard line, looking to do it again.
There we go. Vernon Adams Jr. Well, they start a little further back because of an illegal block penalty on the punt return, but let's stand back again with his 2nd carry. Picks about 3 more yards, and yeah, on the ground and through the air. It's working for William Stanback so far this season, especially that catch for a touchdown.
Yeah, this is where BC would like to be better at on 2nd down conversions, particularly in the red zone, but right here, been really no problem. They just pick it up at ease.
It's a 2nd and 7 now. Adams has time, throws it over the middle. It's caught, and McInnes has his 3rd catch already in this game. All 3 have gone for a first down, and he was nice and open there for Adams, Matty.
Yeah, and he's just going to look to his right, and McInnes is just going to jaunt up the field, and he's going to sit down, and there's nobody around him. Nobody. He's got able to time to move, relocate DBs, make a fake on them, and move sticks.
McInnes 3 catches, 47 yards. Adams Can't find a target. Finally does. Dumps it off nicely to Stanback, and they make something out of what looked like a broken play as DQ Thomas has the tackle on Stanback, but another good pickup by 31.
He's got linebackers, D lineman on a yo-yo here. He's just going to scramble and buy time. He's going to climb the pocket here, keep his eyes downfield. He's going to bring the defenders to him. Then he's going to flick it right to a little window to Stanback, moving the sticks.
Adams is razor sharp. 5 for 5, over 100 yards already. Rolling right, throwing again, caught again, down in the score zone. McInnes again at the 5. A first and goal coming up for BC.
And it's not like he was open, Rod. It was great defensive coverage here. And McInnes is such a big body. VA is deadly accurate with this throw. Just darts it right out front of him. And makes another contested catch. Knocking at the door on the 5-yard line. That's just a thing of beauty right there. An athlete making a play on both ends.
76 yards receiving for McInnes already. We're just getting started. First quarter, second possession. This Lions offense has been merciless so far. So a first and goal from the 5, faking to Stanback, lobbing it into the end zone. No, intended for McInnes. And it's Destin Talbert on the coverage. The boundary halfback for Hamilton, just to knock that one down. First incompletion for Vernon Adams.
Yeah, and a really nice coverage by Talbert, and he punches it out right there. He's in the trail. He's got a jersey, McInnes. Yeah, you know, it's like, I'm not sure if that tug of the jersey affected McInnes at all. You got to think it did, but regardless, first time they've been able to stop number 18.
No challenge from Rick Campbell. It is a second and goal from the 5. Here we go again. Lobbing it in, wide open, touchdown. If it doesn't work the first time, try it again. And McInnes had all day again to wait for that football. And what a start for BC.
I'm not sure I've ever seen in recent memory a receiver and quarterback to be so on the same page and to strike as often as they have in 6 minutes of play into a ball game. It's been incredible pace here by Vernon Adams and Justin McInnes.
You like to call it pitch and catch. They're just having some fun out there.
That looked like practice against B team right there. That wasn't good. That was play action fake, little corner route, and bang.
It's like a schoolyard start for BC's offense, and Adams. Just about everything has gone right. Another point after already in this game, not even halfway through the first quarter for Adams and the Lions after a 6-play, 70-yard drive. They've had it twice. They've scored twice, and they lead the Ticats here in Hamilton 14-0.
If you look at everybody's eyes here, DBs are all looking at the quarterback, and they figure, okay, they had a pretty good sight line. What happens is he's coming in motion. Everyone's coming here. He's going to run over a little hitch. He's going to run a little bang route, and he's going to be in the corner all alone. This is like a busted coverage. The biggest problem McInnes has is the sun in his eyes, and he and VA are lighting it up here this evening. That is just too easy.
Adams to McInnes. What a combo so far. Smoke Harris, the new returner for Hamilton. Another chance at it as he catches it. And he gets moving, and he gets it up across the 35, out to the 38 for the product of Louisiana Tech. As Bo Levi Mitchell coming back on. Beleaguered Ticat team down 2 touchdowns already.
Hey, I just want to get in the race. You know, it's like, come on, guys, let's go.
Well, their last possession, they had to start from their own 3. Able to move it out a little bit, but ultimately they had to punt from their end zone.
And I had a chance to talk to Scott Malukas the last couple of weeks, and he knows how important it is for his offense to be able to score points. And right now, they need to sustain a drive and get on the board.
Mitchell quickly to the right, and it's incomplete. Peters again moving in quickly on the intended target there for Hamilton.
Yeah, and if you're a Ticat fan, what happened last week was music to your eyes. Woodmansey still getting the job done up front. At right guard continues to get better from week to week, and he's bringing along hopefully the right tackle Burrow with him. Tim White, man I was speaking about earlier, went off last week. 8 for 118. He got off to Schneid and looked like new, looked like the old Tim White. Butler's back in the lineup, and that does wonders for Bo Levi Mitchell.
Mitchell throwing deep again and had a receiver a little too far there for Shamar Bridges, the top receiver in the Ticats coming into this game. They've worked well, but not that time. Incomplete.
Yeah, and that look right there, the fans in the stands are like, what is going on? And not a lot for the Ticats right now. BC Lions are having a field day.
Crazy to say it, but no rest for that Lions offense. They're getting ready to go back on again. Terry Williams field this punt. Or any rest for that Ticats defense either. Punt by Constantinu. Oh yeah, another nice one down inside the 15 for Terry Williams, a 61-yarder, but a good return by Williams. Stays on his feet, gets it up across the 35 before being tackled, and there's McInnes. So far said, targeted 6 times, 5 catches for 81 yards and the 29-yard touchdown.
Yeah, and we are 7.5 minutes in the ball game. That's a good game for anybody. 60 minutes, that's 7.5. And he said one of those catches was contested across the middle, and then VA was on the run and moving to his right and threw a dime to him on a corner route. The DB on his back, and his big body was able to shield him off. So great play by VA and McInnes.
Excuse me, the touchdown was for 5, but he did have a 29-yarder earlier in the drive from the BC 37. Now a 14-0 Lions lead for Vernon Adams. Handing off, go to the ground. Williams stand back and nowhere to go. Taken out of the 36, and that's Trevor Hoyt, weak side linebacker, in on that tackle. Little loss for the Lions.
Yeah, this second down hasn't been a problem for the Lions in the move it zone or normal field position. Just the red zone, they like to be better, but here it's been pitch and catch. See if Hamilton D can't get off the field.
Need a big play here to force a 2-and-out from BC. 4-man rush, passing down, dumping it off. Standback has it. They converge. They take him down. Most importantly, they will force BC into a punting situation as he just gets it up across the 40. So Stefan Flintoff will come on. Kyle Wilson, the fixtures linebacker for Hamilton. On that tackle.
That's more like it. Collapse pocket, a little pressure in his face, make it, dump it down, come up and make a play. That's exactly what you're looking for defensively.
Smoke Harris, newcomer, CFL debut. Picking this one up at about the 23. And not much to do there. A nice punt by Flintoff to keep him off right to the sideline. On just a beautiful night in Hamilton, Tim Hortons Field. Back in a moment. Hello and welcome to Ticat fans and CFL fans everywhere. Tonight, as we honor members of the Hamilton community as part of our Hometown Heroes game, we would like to recognize the lifelong support of one of Hamilton's most passionate fans. Steve Townsend has been an enthusiastic supporter of the Ticats for more than 4 decades. His presence at games, practices, and team events over many years has left a lasting impact on the organization and inspired hundreds of Tiger Cat players, coaches, and staff. Steve and his mother Barb are not able to attend tonight's game, but they are watching the broadcast and cheering from home. CFL fans everywhere and fans here tonight, please rise if you're able and give Steve a big round of applause so he can hear us loud and clear through his TV at home. Steve, we're all thinking of you. You get set to resume this game, Matty.
Yeah, Rodney. Thinking of you and Barb, Steve. Praying for you. And hope you know that you're in Hamilton Tiger Cats DNA and everybody across the CFL. Love you, brother.
The Ticats resume play, down 14-0 to the BC Lions. Under 6 minutes to go into the first quarter. A play action fake. Mitchell nearly intercepted. It goes off the fingertips of the Lions defender. Bo Lacombo had a chance there as we take a closer look at the starting defense for the Lions, Matty.
Yeah, you got this cat at Sione Tiema on the edge. I love him. Up-and-coming player. Tasked with getting after Bo Levi. Mitchell in this offense doing a nice job so far in the middle. You got Ben Oladic. Beautiful timing to have him come off the bench playing with the cast on his left hand.
Deep right and a bit too far for the intended receiver, Tim White. So a 2 and out.
Get ready.
Passes, 2 incompletions.
Yeah, in the back end, you got Peters, man in the corner. One of the best in the league. Ball hawk. In fact, we got 2 of the best in the league. We got both of them named Peters. Just absolutely incredible.
So a perfect storm working against the Ticats right now with the quick scores by the Lions and the offense not able to get anything going now. After that 2 and out, and Constantino is out again inside the 20. The punt to Terry Williams.
And right now what I'm seeing from Bo Levi Mitchell trying to respond to VA's quick scores here and how it's turned out here in the first 10 minutes of this football game is he's pressing the issue. He's got to settle down and not try to force it because that'll get you in the hole even worse.
Off the punt, and it takes a beautiful roll for Constantino as the 72-yarder. Coming into this week, they're the passing leaders with Vernon Adams Jr. leading the way and Bo Levi Mitchell. And Vernon Adams is talking about the way things have gone for him so far this year.
I know Vernon, like we went to school together, right? Like I was his host in his college recruiting trip. I still remember him on the sidelines, you know, jumping around and announcing himself like fourth quarter of VA. Last drive of the game, like we're in the middle of practice. I'm looking over like, yo, this kid is crazy. But as soon as he got in the game, that's what he did, right? So, you know, he's a kid I think that has grown a lot.
So that's Bo, old teammates at Eastern Washington, and Bo Levi Mitchell knows Vernon well.
Yeah, they do. A lot of respect amongst those two.
On the 1st and 10 from his own end zone, lobs it up, and that one could have been picked too. Talbert in the coverage for McInnes, and we've seen McInnes wide open in a couple of plays, but certainly not there as Talbert was right with him.
Yeah, and you talk about both forcing the issue and trying to press it and make things happen. Vernon Adams never. I think he's blinded by the corner that's falling off there under coverage under McInnes, and he just throws it up there expecting his receiver to be wide open, but that's a nice play by Talbot, knocking that one down.
And once again, a big second down for the Ticat defense, this time hoping to force the Lions to punt from their end zone. 2nd and 10, scrimmaging from the 7 for Adams. Has the protection, steps up, gets away after a spin, but he doesn't get enough for a first down. So once again, the Hamilton defense is settling down. Kyle Wilson again, one of the leaders on that defense, making his presence felt for Mark Washington's.
And he's liking that there.
Defense, yeah, 2nd straight 2 and out.
And flipping the field in the process, too. Going to have good field position here with Smoke back and returning, standing basically at center field.
He went to Matt Dunnigan School, Louisiana Tech. Smoke Harris.
Not sure it's my school, but yeah.
For the sake of argument right now it is.
We're both dogs.
Harris. He gets away from one tackle, but a flag comes out. He's got a good return going here, but will it be all for naught for Smoke Harris in his first CFL game?
During the return, holding Hamilton number 43, 10-yard penalty, first down.
It's Carthel Flowers-Lloyd who's flagged for that, who was the special teams tackles leader in the CFL last year. And this is his first game this season. And gets that penalty to negate the return by Smoke Harris. Puts the Ticats back to their own 36 to start.
I mean, it's easier said than done out there. Trying not to do that, but things happen so quickly out there. But he's a special teams guru. Got caught there.
Outstanding season by Flowers-Lloyd a year ago in his first. James Butler picks up a couple of yards. The second long coming up here for the Tiger Cats. Butler. What a big day he had in his first game against BC a year ago, Matt. He went into BC Place facing his old team and over 150 combined yards and 2 touchdowns, 1 running, 1 receiving.
Yeah, that's what you want to do. Just put it back in your old teammate's face a little bit. Certainly got it done that day.
He gets fired up playing the Lions. 2nd and 8 now. Hamilton 38. Back to Butler. Takes that short pass, and he picks up enough for a first down as the Ticats offense finally have something going. Their first down of this game.
Yeah, and Butler's coming right out of the backfield here. Little chip and release. Bo's going to dump it down and trust that his running back's going to make somebody miss, and that's exactly what he does. Gets a full head of steam, knifes it through for a first down.
And the first completion for Bo Levi Mitchell. Gets him up a little closer to midfield. They're at their 48 now, and a 1st and 10. Back to Butler. No, the play fake and a throw, but that one's incomplete. And Gary Peters all over the Tiger Cats receivers. That was Bridges that time as it's incomplete.
The extra tight end Hamilton's playing with. You're going to see that a lot because Scott Mlinovich has got the young kid by the name of Cameron McDonald in a football game lined up in that tight end position. And little play fake. Bo tried to get it around and pulled it and tried to hit a little hitch inside. And Peters said, no, I've seen that once or twice before.
Donald, his first game, making his debut at a Florida State. 87. Lining up his tight end, as Matt talked about, the flag coming out.
Number 6, 5-yard penalty. Still 2nd down.
Stephen Dunbar gets flagged.
Well, good football teams, they preach not compounding mistakes, stacking them. Flush it, move on to the next one. Let's be perfect on this play. Let's execute. And so far, Hamilton hadn't been able to find that groove.
2nd and 15, and movement at the line of game again as the flags come out and the finger pointing starts again.
That's Tehima doing the finger pointing. Big man from Keller, Texas.
Referee Andre Prue, and a little consulting going on here.
All it takes is to get back in this is a big play.
Wow.
Hamilton number 57.
Back-to-back plays, Matty, on that Ticat offense. First an offside, then the illegal procedure. So they're pushed back 10 yards.
Plus the holding on the return, right? And what we thought was flipping the field, they're going the wrong way.
At a 2nd and 20 now after those 2 5-yard penalties. So down to Butler again, and coming in to make that tackle, Ryder Varga. Gets it done, and they'll let the punt.
Yeah, that's what you need. Understand the assignment, and they executed perfectly. 2nd and forever, and let them throw it underneath, go and make a tackle. That's what Varga did. 2nd
year out of Regina. And that stops the Hamilton drive, although penalties did more damage to them, really. They were going the wrong way, as you talked about. A 3rd and 8. Punting. Constantine, who's having a half that's too busy for his coach's liking, to be sure. And that one with 2 returners back, Berryhill and Williams. Williams just lets it roll into the end zone and take a knee.
Well, Ticat fans love that, Rod.
The sarcastic cheer there.
That's what it is.
Ticats fans, as yes, they do have their first point of this game as they pick up the Rouge, willingly given up by BC and Terry Williams after the way it took a hop deep in their zone, let it roll into the end zone.
High-fiving, fist pounding, cheering for a single.
0-4 for Scott Milanovich's first year as head coach of the Tiger Cats, and this gives you a pretty good idea why this has happened, Matt.
Yeah, and you've got it, Rod. It's right down there at the bottom of the screen. That's the one that has been an issue, and in the first part of this game, it continues.
So the Lions choose field position for keeping the Ticats off the board. They give up the 1. They start at the 40. Adams rolling right. It is caught to a first down, and that is the first catch of this game by the leading receiver in the Canadian Football League, Alexander Hollins.
Yeah, and just going to watch him do his thing here. Nice release inside, get the DB's hips turned, and now he's got all kinds of room to the boundary, run a little out route. That's just route running 101. Probably why it leads the league in receiving yards, turning people around.
So that had been all McInnis and Stanback on the ground. But yeah, Hollins, what a season he's been having so far. Coming into the week, now Tyson Philpott passed him last night, but heading into week 5, and this is his pace for the season, and pretty historic one too, as you look at projecting out to 2,057 yards receiving. Yeah,
I mean, a lot of things got to go right in order to get to that record and that number. Number of weeks, number of hits, plays, routes run. Batman, as they like to call him, Alexander Hollins, 168 pounds, finesse player.
Last play of the quarter, and it's caught by you-know-who. McInnis, what a first 15 he has had. Kind of a fitting way to end the 2 with Adams to McInnis to get them in, well, scoring situations as well for the second quarter to begin. It has been all BC. They score in their first 2 possessions, and they have been in total command of this game here at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. Stanback with another one. First quarter, of course, is 15 minutes long, Matty, but it was really defined by about that first 5 minutes. BC's first 2 possessions, and we saw a whole lot of Vernon Adams and Justin McInnis.
Oh my goodness, it was like one-on-ones out there, and they were just taking full advantage of broken coverage and miscommunication on the back end, and Vernon Adams having a lot of time in the pocket. Kudos to the offensive line, but VA was just out there walking in the park, and now he's driving again. The fans here at Tim Hortons, they cheered for that single very sarcastically, as returners for BC inexplicably gave up one. But yeah, that was not a good first 15 for the home crowd.
Adams 10 for 12, 180 yards, 2 touchdown passes, one to McInnis, one to William Stanback. Here we go. And they're pressing again. The Ticat 30. Soft toss, wide open. How many times have we seen that already? To number 18, Justin McInnis.
They're going to set records. I mean, it's not like I said, in the first quarter we had a dig. We had a dig that was contested, and then he's right here. I think he's going to right here, folks, and he's going to run all the way across the field, and then VA is going to step up, find him as he just crosses the defense, and literally nobody is covering him.
So it's a first and goal from the 7 after that latest pitch and catch to McInnis. Adams, backfield is cleared. He has time, rolling right, end zone look, and that one, well, Stanback had a chance at another touchdown catch, but no, it falls incomplete.
Yes, TH, too hot to handle. That went right through his hands. VA put a little extra on it because he had to. He's flush to his right. Watch VA, full flight. He looks right. There it is, sticking on him. That ball's got some zip on it. It goes right through Stanback's hands, and he knows it. There's your big boys up front.
In week 1 in Toronto, Vernon Adams was sacked 6 times. That line has not given up a sack since.
That's clean. Pressure.
Been a different story, picking everything up. Soft toss, end zone, and that's McInnis, and a flag coming out for PI on Talbert. It doesn't matter. McInnis with another touchdown.
There's pressure by BC trying to disrupt Vernon Adams.
Hamilton number 26. That penalty is declined. Result of the play is a touchdown.
And it's a corner route, simple corner route. He's covered. The ball's going to go to the right of your screen. Here comes pressure. He's got a clean pocket, lifts it. It's way underthrown. McInnis can't even high point it. He's got to stop, and he catches around his knees as the DB falls aimlessly to the side, and it's another touchdown, 3rd of the night for Vernon Adams, and McInnis is. And I think VA are on their way to setting records.
Say, if you're just joining us, welcome to the VA McInnis show.
Yeah,
it's on.
This is unreal.
That one was a 6-play, 70-yard drive. And McInnis already with 1. Well, he wasn't alone in the end zone. He had to fight a bit for it, but nonetheless, another 7 for BC.
onslaught continues. Vernon Adams just mixing it up. And I can tell it has Hollins there. And it was unusual not seeing McInnes catch one. And then there he is coming across the middle. Underneath again. Coming right to left underneath the defense, and then over the top on a corner. And Talbot can't be. He doesn't want to interfere. Ball's badly underthrown, makes an easy uncontested catch. And it's getting ugly early here in the Hammer.
Justin McInnes' line for the half, 8 catches, 131, 2 touchdowns. Smoke Harris on the return. He's taken down by Adrian Green.
Did you say for the half?
No, I was going to say we're not even close to halftime.
No, it is for the quarter.
For the quarter. Well, yeah. I mean, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's
a quarter and a bit.
Yeah, it's
just in a couple of plays.
And it's I'm not taking anything away from VA and Dustin, but they've got to get some pushback from Hamilton. At this point, these guys are going to light it up.
McInnes came in with 338 yards. So he came in 115 yards shy. Excuse me, 119 yards shy of Alex Hollins, who leads the CFL. He's closing that gap fast. In fact, I think he's already caught it with those numbers. After crunching, it looks like he's gone ahead of Hollins. The combo in, pressuring Mitchell, throwing it off. James Butler gets it up near the 20, and a second down coming up.
Yeah, this is important for Bo Levi Mitchell to just start stacking a few first downs here. Rod, to your point earlier, give the BC offense time to catch their breath.
They've been working hard.
Yeah.
Been on the field an awful lot. Second down, and it's high. Intended for Stephen Dunbar. And Deontay Evans is there, the ex-Ticat. And it falls incomplete, and the boos rain down. The third down, and once again, Hamilton going to have to hand the ball over to Vernon Adams in BC.
31.3 points a game, Rod, this defense has given up.
31.3.
And they're 21 with 3 minutes into the second quarter. 0-4. Just trying to, if they were 2-2, 3-1, and this was happening, the fans could, be a little more, I think, forgiving. But right now, they're just throwing their hands up, scratching their heads, going, "What's happening?"
Well, it's been a beatdown so far, no question about that.
Number 31, 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
And a time count violation too. There's the new special teams coordinator, just starting this week, Dennis McKnight, after Paul Boudreau.
Yeah, and he's going to wear that, as any coach would. And, you're upset with your team because you don't want to take time count violation. Back you up even further when things are going this way, let alone if they're going in your favor. But McKnight, yeah, he's got broad enough shoulders where he'll wear that. He's only been here for a few days.
The punt from his end zone, Constantino. Right from the goal line. Terry Williams takes it, and he's got a nice return here. Right back into the Ticat zone inside their 40, where Adams and McInnes and company will enjoy a short field as if they haven't enjoyed enough already, the way this first half has gone, Matty.
Yeah, and this is about the tightest catch that he had to make right there. A little dig across the middle, a little curl route, nobody around him, plenty of time to make a move, pick up another 10. Corner route, just kind of bodies the man on his back. This other corner route for a touchdown. Only problem there was the sun in his eyes. Trail position here. No disruption whatsoever. Climbing the field, nobody's around him. And then DB just can't interfere. He gets out of the way. McInnes says, "Thank you."
What a half, and it's long from being over. And there's the second catch for the leading receiver. Hollins, just mentioning McInnes, almost caught him with the first half he's had, but that's still Hollins leading the way. Well, he was coming in, of course, Tyson Philpott with a big night last night to be number 1.
Kyle Wilson taking out his frustration and how things are going here for his defense out on Alexander Batman Hollins, and just kind of throws him down and says, "Finally, got my hands on somebody." Been chasing all night long. Kyle Wilson frustrated as he should be.
A 20-point BC lead and threatening for more on a 2nd and 4 from the Hamilton 32. Adams again with time, but it is batted down. So it's Dwayne Hendricks, who has not played since week 2 against Saskatchewan. He missed the last couple of games with injuries, but making the play there to force a field goal situation now for the Lions.
Yeah, and you need this right here, and here he is right here. And if you can't get there, get him up. Yeah, this is as good as anything. That's beautiful. Yeah, nice job going against left guard and making it happen there. That's a play you need, right? At least take 4 off the board.
Another one of the great kickers of our time, 38-year-old Sean White, with the walk-off winner against Edmonton last week for BC. And he is 12 for 12 on the season. Absolute money. 3 more on the board. Dominant Lions performance so far. It has been quite a night for BC Lions head coach Rick Campbell so far. With more, let's head down to the sidelines and join our coach, Paul Lapalisse. Lapo?
I asked Rick Campbell what he liked about this football team. And the word he used, he's like, I love that this team leans into the moment. And what he meant by that was, in Winnipeg, in a difficult game, the moment wasn't too big for them. They made the plays calmly and were able to win the football game. Against Edmonton, they did the same thing. And here, leaning into the moment is you're on the road versus an 0-for team. You could lose focus. They have leaned into the moment by being ready to play and open up a 23-point lead, guys.
Yeah, so far they're not having to worry about the dramatic close ending, although, hey, it's a CFL. You never know. Hamilton's got to get something going, though. Down by 23. There's a big jump by James Tucker. And the fullback, who was a game-time decision, makes a hop for a first down.
That was a split decision right there to go over the top. You're coming in there kind of limping, and then you do this. Yeah, I'd say James Tuck is all in. It's awesome. And who wants to get in front of that? Because Tuck goes about 245.
Going to say Gary Peters. Nope. Second first down of the night for Hamilton. Up near midfield, James Butler. And running well, and a late flag comes out in the backfield. After Butler was down, this one right around the area of Bo Levi Mitchell in the Hamilton backfield, and looks like it'll be going against BC.
Typically when the quarterback is pointing the other way, it's a good indicator.
Major foul, unnecessary roughness. BC number 93, 15-yard penalty, first down.
Mir Siddiqui is the one that's called for the UR. Marched off 15.
We're trying to find it for you folks. We don't see it, but you got to trust Andre Prue. Good field position, knocking at the door, trying to claw back in this, the Tiger Cats.
The march off 15, it was a gain of 9 by Butler, so a net of 24 for Hamilton. They need that. Deeper look to the right, and open and caught, and Butler has a touchdown. Oh, do the Ticats ever need that? Striking quickly this time, much the way the Lions were doing it to them early in this game.
This is beautiful. Coming right here's Butler. He's going to go here, a little wheel route, a little fake in the flat, and then he turns it up. Vladeck with his cast on his left wrist is in trail position. Wasn't the cast fault there. It was just better route. Great throw by Bo Levi Mitchell. Boy, was that ever needed.
3 plays, 70 yards in just a minute, 9 seconds. And both of the main running backs in this game have touchdowns via pass, long pass receptions. First stand back, and now James Butler. That one, 32 yards. They need a turnaround. That's a good way to start. The ex-Lion Butler takes it in for the touchdown.
Is what we're doing right here. Butler's going to be right here. There's a man covering him, and that's Vladeck. Watch what Butler does. He comes across the formation, going to fake it. He's not going to kick out on the hit screen, and he wheels it up right here. Vladeck bites just enough. There's the fake to the hit screen, bites just enough, squares down. Bo lifts it, Butler goes and gets it, and Ticats needed a much major score right there.
Mitchell had 46 passing yards in that drive. He had 26 in the first 5 drives of the game. In the hands of Terry Williams getting out up across the 40 for Vernon Adams, and the Lions offense to come back on.
Yeah, we'll take a look at the middle linebacker. And I believe me, this guy's a ball player, and everybody's been caught on this route once or twice, and as he throttles down right there, it's all you need. Ball's in the air, and Butler just squeezes it and gets to the end zone. A lot of DBs, a lot of linebackers been involved in that one, and unfortunately Ben Vladeck, just well executed by the Hamilton Ticats.
Vladeck back in the lineup, missing last week with a thumb injury. And for James Butler, his first touchdown of the season. And it comes receiving for their top running back. And the BC 41 and a 1st and 10 for Adams. 24-8, they still lead. More soft tosses into the hands of Hollins this time. He was open. He's still going. He's got a touchdown. And what a way to kill any momentum the Ticats might have had as BC just one play and 69 yards for another Lions touchdown.
It's like Hamilton's only playing with 11, and receivers are running scot-free. Hey, let's talk about that offensive line. The rushing 4, VA just climbs the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield, hits Hollins in stride, and makes a couple moves, turns the DB around, center field turns him, waltzes in the end zone. That's how you answer with the response drive right there.
And Hollins, just because there's been so much to McInnes, we haven't been calling his name as much in this game. That was his 3rd catch, and that was a big one. 69 yards, touchdown BC. Another point after for Sean White. So, mentioned the leading receiver heading into Week 5 in the Canadian Football League, Alexander Hollins.
Got a great race, you know, across the league with some elite receivers lighting it up. But again, VA, credit him. Credit the offensive line. Look, Packers just waiting for somebody to hit. He climbs the pocket, keeps his eyes downfield. Easy throw. Moxie, Sam linebacker, and Hollins all day long. Center field turns, walk-in end zone. That's doesn't get much easier than that.
If you're Bo and Hamilton's offense, you do that work to get down and get the touchdown, and then you head off and you see that. That's got to be pretty deflating. I mean, right now,
Yeah,
they're gonna have to do it again.
Yeah, I alluded to our conversations with Scott Milovic, and he knows that his offense needs to be on point and be able to respond and score a lot of points because his defense is vulnerable right now. He knows that. He's making a lot of moves to the back end, and certainly on that side of the football, he's trying to find the right combination to right the ship here in Hamilton, and VA is going to make it tough.
Well, another area they really want to improve is in special teams, and brought in that man, Smoke Harris.
Didn't hesitate to let Paul Boudreaux Jr. go, and made a move there very quickly. 4 weeks into the season, wasn't working out, moving on, and trying to find the right mix.
They had Lawrence Woods returning. Woods injured last week in Ottawa, so here's Harris. Off the kickoff by Flintoff, chased inside the 5. Finds an opening. Breaks loose. There's Smoke Harris. Takes a cut back, gets to midfield. He's still going. And a big return. Welcome to the Canadian Football League, Smoke Harris. No flags on the field, and the Ticats will start at the Lions zone.
Standing up on his hind legs and barking like a dog. Louisiana Tech Bulldog. Just get some help with his teammates. Every good returner knows you need people in front of you doing their jobs, fighting and grinding, and Smoke puts Hamilton in good field position right away.
His name is Devon, but we've been assured he goes by Smoke. 1st and 10, BC 47. Mitchell and the Ticats, and summoned to respond again. The Butler at the touchdown through the air last time they had the ball, and gets it inside the 45 of the Lions.
Not much going there. Good job by the interior of the BC Lions defensive line. Olacumbo playing Will linebacker. Gotta love that. I mean, just perfect body and size and experience. Step in there.
After the unfortunate injury to Josh Woods for the season, loss for the season last week, Locombo back in at will. As mentioned, Alatic in the middle. With time running out of it, though. Flags out, tosses it. Intercepted too. Alatic, the aforementioned middle linebacker, has the ball. A flag had come out, but if this was against the Ticats, that's BC football again.
This is the danger zone that you get in. Try to do too much as a quarterback. And
Illegal contact on the receiver. BC number 1. 10-yard penalty will result in a first down.
But it's not against the Ticats, against Gary Peters and BC, so Hamilton will be able to move.
Gary Peters doesn't think so. He's trying to signal to his head coach, Rick Campbell, to challenge that because he didn't feel like he did. Here's a look at it. Gary Peters one-on-one. Kind of game we're playing, but I didn't see anything there. Rick Campbell's keeping the flag in his pocket, and with a 31-8 lead, I might too.
They rush only 3. It's dumped off. Keandre Smith, first catch of the night, pushed out by Patrice Rene, but looks to have a first down for the Ticats.
Yeah, so there's no, what are we looking at here? 23-point play in the playbook, so you just got to play them one at a time and trust that your defense is going to get off the field and you're going to get some momentum back from the Lions. And yeah, I like what I'm seeing. Got help from Gary Peters on that last play. Nice pitch and catch there, knocking at the door.
25 now, first down. Some pressure, and the pass is caught down close to the 20. That is Tim White. Rene is there. White, who had his best game last week in Ottawa, easily of the season, kind of a breakout game for him, and that is actually not his first target, but that is his first catch of this night.
Yeah, I mean, on an ordinary night, when McInnes or Hollins aren't going off, you think, okay, yeah, he's gotten involved. Okay, that's good. But no, he's way behind right now.
CFL's leading receiver a year ago. 2nd and 5 from the BC 20. Caught. First down. Ticats keep it moving. It's Stephen Dunbar with that catch.
Yeah, and this was his whole game last week.
Compared to the first 3, which were having trouble.
And it was just, the week before was everybody scratching their heads and kind of like behind the scenes going like, what's going on? And then in Ottawa, he got lit on fire, and much like we're seeing Justin McInnes here in the first half.
Right on Hamilton's first possession in Ottawa last week. Bo Levi Mitchell with Tim White for the touchdown. Need some of that now. 31-8 coming in. Locombo, and the ball is out as Mitchell tries to get back to it, and he does.
Sorry, habits. You see a ball on the ground, you start screaming. Sorry, folks.
That's okay. Scream away.
Yeah.
Just the instincts. Quarterback loses the ball like that, trying to get it back.
Right here, straight off the edge. Gonna be in Bo's lap before he can set his feet. That's Locombo. Yeah, take that all day.
Mitchell gets it back. They lose 7. BC 22. Not thinking field goal at this moment. They need a touchdown, even though it's early.
Tackle.
Coming across, Keandre Smith. They need 17, and looks like they get it. Heading right to the first down marker. Or excuse me, the first marker on the loss. They are well short. It is a field goal situation, pardon me.
Yeah, that penalty got in the way right there, Rod. You got the 7 back. Hey, you know what? To me, that may not look like much, but that's a scoring drive. You answer, putting points on the board. Keep your defense off the field for a little bit. Let them catch their breath. This is big. Leggio has been outstanding all season long. As all the kickers across the league have, it's just been phenomenal to watch special teams this year. Guys are lighting it up. Leggio's no different. 9 to 10 field goals, 90%. Last year, he was just fantastic. Really set him up for the success he's having this year. Coming into his own, Mark Leggio, University of Western. kind of cut his teeth with Winnipeg, and he's here now and just in a groove like all the kickers across the league. It's been phenomenal to watch, right, the first 5 weeks of the season.
Amazing. There's Leggio there. Injured line is Josh Banks, still down on a knee. But yeah, Leggio started in Winnipeg, made the move over to Hamilton. Banks heading off. Special teams play coming up to see if they can just get within 20 points. 31-8 right now for BC. Half they have dominated. Just 4:16 on the clock until halftime. From 22 yards. Well, they can say that in their last two possessions, they have scored on both of them a touchdown and then this field goal. But still very much BC in control at this point as we get closer to halftime. This is the end of week 5. Week 6 coming up. Next Thursday night, New York Fries, Thursday night football. And a showdown, another one between the Argos and the Alouettes. How about Montreal last night? They were down. They came back. They're 5-0, and they're at home. They haven't lost a game, period, since mid-September last year.
Phenomenal effort by them last night. Got punched in the mouth and came back and responded. To me, it's another step in the right direction for Montreal's got a boatload of momentum going for them. And when you learn how to win games like that, you can bounce back and trust your teammates and your team to make plays. That was a great ball game to watch.
Walter Fletcher taking in for the winning points. That one against the Calgary Stampeders. First down. And Adams avoids the sack. He dumps it off to Stanback. Positive yardage and close to a first down for BC. Well, we talked first about Justin McInnis, but Alexander Holland's getting in on the act as well. But yeah, double trouble is right. Look what they've done so far in this game.
That's just, and double trouble really lends its name and moniker to these two in second down situations, but it doesn't matter what down. VA's just finding them and feeding them, and they're having a field day. First 30 minutes of this football game.
So short yardage. And getting the first down with the 3-minute warning being issued. Exactly 3 minutes on the clock. Rick Campbell's BC Lions dominant so far, and they have the ball looking for more.
Well, we've seen the good, the bad, and the ugly. What's going on back there?
He's watched those Hamilton DBs, and he thinks he can play. He's going to try out next week.
Keep it going there, Davis. All right.
Wow.
What was that?
Laura Dyken and the panel coming up with thoughts at halftime. Hey, you were just in the studio.
Yeah.
Eldy's done a great job sitting in for Kate this week.
Dyken making it happen. Ricky no more.
Swinging it out to Hollins, and he falls down. And a rare play for BC losing yardage on that first down.
Yeah, getting back to Laura Dyken, filling in for Kate. Yeah, she's done a phenomenal job. Not easy with the cast of characters that you have to deal with and keep in mind 24/7.
Present company accepted, or?
No, I'm included in it. Yeah. We like to have a good time in here, and Laura figured that out. And she belongs.
Remember who used to have the job a few years ago?
Oh yeah. You know something about that, right? Yeah, you know the crew in
I
there.
had to cut my teeth on
It's
that.
like a locker room.
Try to keep you guys in order. Not easy all the time. Oh, they're making it look easy, though, aren't they? That's Hollins again from Adams.
There's nothing easy about this throw. His VA is off. He gets pushed off his spot, and he's got to slide to his left, and he throws a dart. I'm talking about a dart. Just get it there. And that ball is humming. As I think it was Castantonis trying to come underneath, but he didn't have time because that ball had too much heat. Got 218.
Adams, leading passer coming into week 5, putting on a clinic in this first half so far. 17-21 for 308 yards, 4 touchdowns, no picks. This is the first half still. From the 44 of the Ticats, rolling right. Runs out of time, throws it away.
That was beautifully defended by the BC secondary that time, as well as a linebacker that was trying to contain Vernon Adams. And he just kept stringing it out. Everybody in the back end just kept back pocket of receivers One of the rare times that's happened in the first half here.
Challenge for Mark Washington, trying to stop that offense.
Don't coach him any different. Don't coach him any harder. You just keep coaching.
See what they can do at halftime. What adjustments can be made to stop this? 2nd and 10. Got some heat on Adams, but he takes off and he slides for a first down. Whew. Just in time, Adams slides down safely, and the sticks will move again.
Yeah, you see the speed of Vernon Adams here as he's getting flush from the pocket, and he starts in. He's just kind of jogging here. People are going hard at him. VA picks it up just a little bit, pushes the throttle down just a tad, and gets down after he moves his sticks.
You remember all the talk in Studio 2 a month ago, and he was taking all those hits in Toronto.
I was starting a lot of that, you know, and I was questioning, and I asked Coach Campbell about it. And that's a good stop by Hamilton.
On standback, but I mean, Adams took all those hits. They got him out of short yardage with David Mackey in.
Yeah.
But he has not been sacked since, and he took 6 that day against the Argos.
And that is scary for the rest of the league. Because a healthy Vernon Adams will do this to you all day long. Any quarterback will do this to you all day. You start hitting him and taking shots and getting him off his mark and making him think, and he's having to be picked up off the turf every other play. That'll change you. I don't care how tough and strong-minded you are, but VA, he's been clean.
2nd and 11 after Standback lost 1. It is caught, and it is down for another first down. Still lots of time, a minute to go. And that time it is Berryhill on the receiving end with his first catch. That is Stanley Berryhill III.
Yeah, from Arizona, first-year player. Watch this throw. Doesn't look like much, but VA short arms it and spots it perfectly. Gives the receiver a chance. Upfield shoulder where nobody's at. Picks up the sticks and moves it.
1st and 10 at the 21. Under a minute. Looking to the end zone again for Berryhill, just off the fingertips. Tried to go right back to him. He had a shot at it.
That throw was right there. That's a catchable ball. I mean, I know Berryhill would like another shot at this one. That was just a beautiful throw. Spotted perfectly. Heat in the kitchen.
Oh, so close. He had a shot at that one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. I mean, that's a touchdown. It's a drop. That's going to go as going as an INC, an incomplete pass, and Vernon. And fortunately for Berryhill, you won't ever see that again on his stat sheet.
Well, you don't put incomplete passes on your highlight reel, but that was a beautiful pass by Vernon Adams.
With pressure, right? And he had to throw it before the receiver's open, and he spotted it beautifully. Yeah. Hey, but, you know, Casantonis was right on his hip there, give him something to think about, and then he's thinking about running out of bounds, running out of room, and lost his concentration there. But VA's having a half. Whatever he had before the game was an orange, or whether it was, you know, a specific type of, you know, drink, you know, a little energy boost or whatever.
We all want one.
Yeah. Can we have some of that, please?
Sign me up. Looks so good. Well, certainly with one injury to the secondary, just a game time decision with Richard Leonard out, Dexter Lawson in, and now the safety, Katsantonis, is slowly heading off now. Just incredible first half numbers. First half. Any quarterback would be proud to call that a full day. And
guys, a couple games.
Still got, yeah, really.
Seriously.
30 minutes more.
Yeah, this has been a display of offensive firepower, and really hadn't been challenged too much. They're just making it look easy. Can't get to the locker room quick enough if you handle the Tigercats in the defense and their special teams. Figure some things out.
And Robert Panabaker comes out now for the Ticats in his first year at a Western with the injury to Katsantonis. 2nd and 10 at the Hamilton 21. 47 seconds on the clock. 4-man rush. Adams steps up. He looks to the end zone again. Close, but no. Not quite. Javon Catoy still without a catch in this game. Was the intended target. And so it looks like Sean White will be coming on to put 3 more on the board.
again, this is a ball that's thrown precisely. Either Cottoy catches it or nobody does. And I got to think that Cottoy would want that one back. And, I mean, it would have been a phenomenal catch, but BA is on point.
Back-to-back incompletions on just remarkable passes by Vernon Adams. Sean White has tied the franchise record for consecutive field goals. He hasn't missed. He's got 30 straight. Earlier tonight, got his 30th straight. And so with that, he passes Paul McCallum all time in consecutive field goals without a miss at 31 for the great Sean White.
Pretty incredible. As we know that Paul McCallum's Hall of Famer. Held that record for quite some time, and not easy to, I mean, you talk about Paul McCallum. I mean, when I think of BC Lions, I think of him, and then
of course,
greatest of all time, Louis Pasaglia. Yeah, it's like I held for Louis.
Yeah.
You know,
back when, what a legend, and what a long career he had.
I had for some good guys, and it's an honor when you get to play with people like that. Sean White is one of those guys.
Sure is. Dunbar the catch. 30 seconds, 31 on the clock. The Ticats will see if they can just work it quickly, at least get down to position for 3.
Plenty of time here. Talking to Bo about the last drive that he had in Ottawa last week to go ahead, and we thought it was going to be his 22nd game-winning fourth-quarter drive. And then what happens, Drew Brown comes back and scores within 28 seconds and puts his team in field goal position. They make it. But I was really, we talked about this situation. You got 21 seconds on the clock. You need basically 15 yards, possibly put points on the board. And this is what you work that hurry-up offense, that 3-minute offense all the time from the time you decide to play the position of quarterback.
Time for a couple of plays, see if they can get field goal range at least. The flag is out. It's caught by Dunbar. They are in range down to the 30. We'll see what the flag's all about. 2 flags down in the Ticat backfield.
That was late.
Holding Hamilton, number 64. 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
It has been that kind of day for the Hamilton Tiger Cats, hasn't it?
Yeah. Wood Manzi is the man called for it. Wow. Yeah, he's right here, folks. The right guard right next to the center. Yeah, he kind of got bull rush there, and separation, and turned his shoulders, and then he had to latch on to the big man and got caught.
Second and long. Mitchell directing traffic. Thought he had an open receiver, a little bit low for Keandre Smith, so third down coming up now, and they have time for one more play. And
Bo go to the end zone? You throw it underneath? What do you do?
Throw it underneath and then start doing the lateral thing?
I throw it to the end zone.
You check in the end zone. Well, they'll be dropping. They'll be dropping back there. Where are they now? They're on their side of midfield, and you get 3 Lions back inside the
Tim White go
20.
Make a play. Got some vertical. Tim White's got some vertical. See if they can get to have some time.
Just check it down near the end zone or hand off to James Butler, I guess.
What is that?
Well, that is the end of the first half. That's what that is. The final play, first 30 minutes, just dominated by
that.
First 2 possessions really dictating this entire game.
It set the tone for sure. And when you're on the road as a visiting team, you want to do that. And kudos to the BC Lions for making that happen. And it just kind of extended for the first 30 minutes of this football game. BC Lions are feeling it, and they're up by 23 going into half. Hamilton's got some things to figure out in front of their home team here at Tim Hortons.
Net yards, BC 348, Hamilton 139. Big part of the Lions offense. Justin McKinnis standing by with Paul Lapalese.
Justin, Coach Campbell talked about you guys have really leaned into the moment all season long. This could have been a trap game. You guys have really leaned into this first half. Tell me about how your focus is as a unit and an organization.
Yeah, absolutely. All week we're talking about record doesn't matter. We know they played a few close games, right, that could have went the other way. So treat every week. We got to go 1-0, and we do our work, and the end result will happen.
Yeah, outstanding. You have 8 catches, 132 yards, 2 touchdowns. Your ability to catch the ball in space is outstanding and high point the ball. How do you keep doing that in the second half?
We just got to keep going. 0-0 second half, right? I know we're up by quite a bit right now, but that can easily turn. So we just got to stay focused, keep executing at a high level, and keep putting up points on that board.
Good luck in the second half. Thanks, Justin.
Thank you.
Laura and the panel, back to you guys.
The halftime stats in a dominant first half by the BC Lions. 34-11 they lead. Here's Paul LaPolice now with Ticats running back James Butler.
James, this happens at times in the Canadian Football League. You're a veteran player. What do you tell your teammates? How do you climb back into this game?
We just got to sustain drives, help the defense out, stay on the field, limit the mistakes, the mental mistakes, the penalties, and just keep it going, just one play at a time.
Well, as a back, they're going to be playing a lot of zone. You got to get some of those checkdowns, make them miss, right?
Yes, sir. Just do whatever my plan is, whatever it is I got to do the second half. I'm going to do it to the best of my abilities.
Thanks. Have a great second half.
James Butler with 5 carries, 25 yards. He also had a receiving touchdown. What really hurt, among many things, Matty, after that Butler touchdown, it just took one play for BC to answer back, and that great first half by Vernon Adams, that time hitting Alexander Hollins.
Yeah, and Batman took that right to the Batcave. It was absolutely a flawless and a dagger, killing any type of momentum that Hamilton was able to fight back and gain on that Butler little wheel route with Vladeck in a trail position. But yeah, it's BC's been 1 or 2 steps ahead this entire first half of this ball game, and James said it. You got it one play at a time. I talked about in the first half, there's no 23-point play in the playbook. You got to go down there and you got to win this as a team. Claw back in this one series at a time, one play at a time.
They will have the ball to start the second half, down by those 23. Andy Litre back there with Smoke Harris, who has the ball. The new returner runs into Isaiah Messam, and he goes no further than the 33. Bo Levi Mitchell, 10 of 18, 150 yards and a touchdown, but really, it's just the onslaught by Adams and the Lions have made it just so much harder on Mitchell and Hamilton's offense as well.
Yeah, and Bo's got to be patient here. You can't go out there and try to make it happen. You have to let it happen. And yeah, you're going to game plan. You just can't press it because it'll get out of hurry.
Faking the handoff, and he rolls out to the right. It is caught. That is Tim White. That's the catch. Good for a first down right on that first play of the second half.
Yeah, a little play action. Watch, going to open up to his right. He's going to go here and come around this way. Hit a little out route. Beauty. High low. Tim White turned to defender. Stick it on.
Second catch for White. He has 20 yards receiving. And there's Butler with the carry. He does cut back. He gets it up to the 50, but just a couple of tough yards there for James Butler.
I tell you what, that was a heck of a cutback, but big man was in the way up front. Banks. It's like jumping over a huge fire hydrant.
Well, you know, the Lions haven't forgotten, those who were there last year, what Butler did to them in that first meeting back at BC Place, and that was the book on BC's defense. They got to get better against the run. Have been this season. 2nd and 8 now. Tossing it off to Butler. Head of steam. First down. Puts his head down and gets it inside the Lion territory, inside the 50.
You can see everybody just drop off into coverage and zone coverage, and then Bo just kind of waited. Kind of knew where his man was and where he was going the whole time. Kept his eyes in a good position. Just gave Butler more room to work with, and he picks up a first down. Just start stacking plays like that on top of each other.
So a good start in this half for Hamilton. Down a bunch. A couple of first downs in this drive. Faking to Butler. Mitchell has time. He's looking deep over the middle. Open receiver 2. It's too far for White. He had him. And just too much.
Yeah. You want to be able to get this right here. There's Tim. And he's going to run right down the middle of the football field. And little hesitation move. Center field turns to DB. Bo can't find it. Kind of been the season for Hamilton. Right there. just not on the same page consistently.
So a 2nd and 10 now at the BC 50. Well, they had a chance there. The strike back. Off to the right. It's caught. It's a first down. It's Bridges, Shamar Bridges with the catch down at the 32 of BC.
Yeah, watch the Bo just spots this ball before Bridges is in his break. He just kind of off his back foot slings it out there and lets Bridges go and get it. That's well done. That's a heck of a throw and catch right there. Moving the sticks, keeping this drive alive.
Gain of 18. That catch by Bridges. First one of this game for the leading receiver on the Ticats this season. Back in the hands of Butler. He spins. He broke a tackle. He does well to pick up a couple of yards and set up another 2nd and long.
Yeah, it's Roberson just coming in the middle, disrupting that run before it even got started because he was in the backfield and you're making people miss in the backfield. That's not, it's not a good feeling. You want to get some momentum, being able to dart and take some speed up into that interior, and Roberson was 2 yards in the backfield, make Butler miss and stop his momentum.
2nd and 8 now. Mitchell has time. End zone look, and no. White's there. A flag comes out on that coverage with the Lions with his hands up. That's Ronald Kent Jr., the field half, who is in on White, and looks like he's been flagged for pass interference.
Yeah, if you're a Hamilton fan, yeah, you want this to go big time. If you're a football fan, I'm not seeing it, but take another look at it.
Referee Andre Prue and explaining something to Bo Levi Mitchell too.
That I'd love to be in on that conversation.
So
There were 2 fouls on the play. Illegal block, ends to the face. Hamilton number 64. Defensive pass interference on BC. Both penalties are deemed to be 10 yards. We're going to replay the down.
Okay, well, you know, football god settled that one, in my mind.
Because you didn't think it was interference.
I didn't think it was. I mean, from up here in the look that I saw, I thought the ball was catchable, it floated, not on target. But Woodmansey kind of leveled the playing field with the hands in the face.
So it stays at the 30. It's 2nd and 8. After offsetting penalties, replaying the down. Quickly coming in as Bridges. He has another catch. A couple on this drive, and there's a first down for Hamilton. Working their way down to start this 2nd half.
And this is what you expect from Bo Levi Mitchell. Ball thrown on rhythm, timing. He's really had a nice connection going with Bridges. First 4.5 games of this year. Those numbers speak for themselves. Good looking play, picking up the first down.
Mitchell is 4 for 5 on this drive from the BC 15. And a 1st and 10 for the Ticats, down by 23 points. Looking for the end zone. And that one is just softly thrown away for James Tuck, the fullback, who was in
James had no
protection.
Idea. James had no idea. That was implicated on the play. I think Bo was looking for a guy that Scott Malenovich has high hopes for, and that's McDonald, Cameron McDonald, first-year player from Florida State. And left hand, he's a tight end, sitting down right there. Bo can't find him. You don't see that very often in the Canadian Football League. A natural tight end coming up here and actually having a spot, and coach really believing that he's going to help the offense. Bo couldn't find him on that play.
10th play of the drive coming up. On a 2nd down and 10. The Lions 15, Mitchell. Couldn't find anybody, and he's taken down by Josh Archibald.
Wow. He closed in a hurry, didn't he? Smelled blood in the water. Yeah, he's standing right here, and watch when he smells blood and he sees Bo flushed, he just picks it up right here, undercuts the right tackle, and whoosh, swarms him.
Josh Archibald in his 3rd year at McGill. That's his 3rd sack of the season. In week 1, he had a strip sack, forced a fumble in Cameron Dukes in Toronto, and that led to a touchdown by his teammate Thibaut Debaye. But a big one there to limit it to a field goal try for Leggio. 27 out, puts it through. Well, they'll take points. They'd rather have 7s than 3s, but they do get to within 20. Archibald taking Mitchell down. And a stand by the BCD. Vernon Adams, a first half Matty for the ages 18 to 25 for 321, 4 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah, not a lot of resistance from the Hamilton secondary, a secondary that's been shooken up quite a bit over the first 4.5 games of the season and still trying to find their feet in their way, communication, everything that has to happen on that back end in order for you to have a chance against a unit like this. The BC's been just gutting them.
William Stanback on the carry. Stanback in a big first half. Big play on the ground, but really through the air. That long touchdown catch for him.
Yeah, and just get after it. Just, you got a big gap right over the left side, and you press the hole and you cut back, and when you don't touch William Stanback for 8-9 yards downfield, good luck for them DBs to come up and make a tackle, because that's going to take a whole lot of want to and desire, because that man is filthy.
6 carries for 24 yards now. Adams throwing, and it's Aiden Eberhard with his first catch. He was targeted in the first half, but there is his first catch up at the 50.
Yeah, I mean, the ball just kind of sails on VA, but at 6'2", he goes and climbs the ladder and just kind of freezes up top there at the high point and puts his big mitts on it. Good looking catch by Eberhard.
Talked about it in earlier games. He used to play some pitch and catch with a guy by the name of Josh Allen back in Wyoming.
That ain't bad.
Working well. Vernon Adams is 2nd and 2 now. Back to 31. North-south. And ahead he goes for a first down for BC.
Whew. Just kind of hang on, Trevor Hoyt. That's what he's able to do. He takes the shot from Stanback and hangs on. And watch this collision. Wade's going to fill the hole right here and try to, and then hang on, big boy.
Remember when he broke into the league, Stanback with Montreal back in 2018 after Tyrell Sutton got hurt? He got a chance. He was trucking defenders back then. Went on to be a leading rusher in the CFL. Javon Catoy has a catch. Gets it inside the 30, and here come the Lions again. Another first down, BC.
Yeah, now this is right here. Here's Catoy. He's going to run a little out here, and he's going to turn up the field, and he's much like what Scott Milinovic wants his man McDonald to be. That's what Catoy already is. He's the tight end, lines up at multiple positions. And you listen to VA, and he says he's never seen anybody tackle him, one-man tackle him by himself.
Well, Adams faked it first to Stanback and then tried to shovel it along to him, and it goes incomplete in behind him.
He's not happy on that little shovel pass underneath, because as a quarterback, you love these little gimmick plays, you know, and you invite the defensive end to you, and then, you know, not kind of a no-look, you know, and just kind of shuffle it underneath. And VA, I know he'd like to have that one back, because those are a lot of fun to execute and run. And when you don't execute it properly, it's like, man, I got away.
How many times could VA say my bad in a day like today?
Well, not many.
That has to be the first.
Yeah.
Not too much bad with number 3. Not too many mistakes at all. And a big lead still, and they're pressing for more. And he has time.
Yeah.
Hasn't been sacked since week 1. He gets rid of this one. And it sails out of bounds. The Ticats the closest to it, Jonathan Moxey, but the pressure was coming on Vernon Adams.
Yeah, and run up the middle, but watch what Stanback does. You just can't run the ball, catch the ball in this league. Watch Stanback. He's going to come up here. Castatonis is coming the other way. He's going to go get him at the line of scrimmage. And to me, this is the most important thing. Not doing that in the quarterback's lap. He's aggressive to the line of scrimmage. It allows VA vision and more time to react. He just flushed to the left. At the end of the play, the pressure worked. Play wasn't successful for the Lions, but that's William Stanback doing what he's got to do to protect his quarterback.
Sean White, earlier tonight, set the BC Lions record of 31 straight field goals made. Looking to extend it to 32 now and put 3 more on the board. It's Sean White. What do you expect?
It's like he's a video machine. He's got a controller, and he's just his left arm to move to the right.
Back in front by 23. All right, I can't do this like Dwayne Ford, but I'll try. Don't miss out. John Cena hosts the summer's biggest holiday with more action and more thrills than ever before. Shark Week starts Sunday, July 7th on Discovery. It's my best 40.
Well, I can't tell you, Rod, how locked in I am on that Shark Week, because I have a real issue with sharks. And,
I think a lot of us do, Matt.
Well, I mean, to the point where it affects me and
going
just
to the lake?
water, period. Yeah.
Oh, is that okay?
I don't even go in the lakes, bro.
When it gets to the bathtub, that's a real problem. Here's Mitchell. Back to the Ticats after giving up a field goal, and that's high pointing that. Shamar Bridges with the catch and a first down for Hamilton.
Yeah, this is you need to do. Just going up and getting it, paying the price. Bridges, young receiver, on the same page with this quarterback, making him look good on that play.
Gets it across midfield to the BC 54. Well, so far in the half, they traded field goals, but of course, with BC up big, that's just not good enough for the Ticats. Past the midway point of the third quarter, too. 5.5 minutes. First and 10. Mitchell, he was getting tackled again. He gets rid of it. Well past James Butler as he was feeling the heat. Got rid of the ball. It's incomplete. It's second down.
Yeah, and I'm going to show you, this is why they got the big man, McDonald. He's right here on the end of the line of scrimmage. He's going to take off here. He's going to release. He's going to try to get up here. But BC does a nice job of recognizing what they're trying to do with the tight end. The combo falls right back underneath him, and Bo's got no time to hang on to it and feather it out there.
It's a quick quarter. I'm sure the Lions are just fine with that. 5:08 on the clock. Second and 10. That is caught. And a nice catch by Shamar Bridges, having a busier second half now as he picks up another Hamilton first down.
And just watch him do his thing here. Talented young receiver. Kind of fakes a little bang route. And Bo brings him back, throws him away from harm's way, and makes a nice catch.
BC 43, first and 10. 37-14 Lions lead it. Mitchell to the right. Another first down. Another catch for Stephen Dunbar. Gets it inside the BC 30.
Exactly what you need to do here. Just high percentage throws, make it look, get rid of it quick. Keep moving those sticks. Buy your decent time. Good offensive tempo and rhythm right here on this drive.
They're working quickly now, right back over the ball. So 16 seconds on the play clock, but it's the game clock they're worried about right now. On that hit screen, it's Dunbar. Good yardage after the catch, too, inside the 20, down to the 17, and another first down, Stephen Dunbar.
Yeah, he's watching again, tight end in the play here. He's right here. He's going to come. He's going to work to his left, and he's going to kind of like a little rat block on the hit screen here, and he gets in the way just enough. Bang, inside, bodies him. Gives his teammate an opportunity to pick up the sticks.
And there's an injured Lion defender on the field. That is Ronald Kent Jr., the field halfback. We'll take a quick break here from Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton. Lions out of the gate quickly the last 3 years under Rick Campbell. 3-1 starts in 22, 23. When, by the way, they made it to the West Final both times. And 3-1 start and looking good right now, Matty, to improve to 4-1.
Yeah, and you hear players talk about it across the league. Same message from each team, each locker room to locker room. It's 1 week at a time. It's everything is incremental in football. It's a process. You trust it, and that's exactly what the Lions and Hamilton is trying to do.
So adjustments by the defense for BC with Ronald Kent Jr. out of the game. So Adrian Green in there at his spot at field half, and a running play here in first and 10.
That wasn't Bo. That was
James Butler.
Direct snap to him and a shotgun. and little mix things up. Yeah, that's Butler out there by himself. Bo's down here in the bottom of your screen. He's right here. There's Bo hanging out. Like, you better not throw it to me. Do not throw it to me. Trying to do a little exception. BC Lions defense not fooled.
Ronald Kent is back in the ball game. Been injured before. And a timeout called by the Lions now with a 2nd and 10 for Hamilton, driving down, needing a touchdown, you have to think. Under 3 minutes to go until three-quarter time to just get back in this ball game.
Yeah, you're looking at a 23-point lead, and I think Rick Campbell's giving his defense an opportunity to get a blow here because he really wants them to shut the door right here on 2nd and 10, force another field goal. He don't want to get Hamilton any momentum, get this crowd in it, and give them a hope. Next 18 minutes of play.
So I mentioned Kent was back on the field, but back on the sideline now, and I don't know if he'd had his 3 plays anyway. If he could have come back on the field yet.
Happens fast down here.
2nd and 10, BC 16. 3-man rush, quickly over the middle. Butler just tripped up, or that would have been a touchdown. The saving tackle by Ben Hladek, but as it stands, it'll be a 1st and goal coming up for Hamilton.
Yeah, Ben Hladek again is one-on-one with Butler. He runs a little inside hot move. Ball throws a beautiful ball, and Hladek makes a shoestring tackle. Otherwise, he's going to run over that DB, get in the end zone. Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. That's old school right there. Hot coming up the line. You got pressure, inside release, and Hladek just couldn't make a play. Better job by Butler and Bo.
Another injury to the secondary of the Lions defense. Gary Peters has taken a knee.
I think TJ Lee's getting close to coming back for that second.
Oh, they've been missing him. One of the great defensive backs in the CFL year after year.
No question. And I keep waiting for him and Keon Hatcher to come back. And so you talk about a team that has been playing without, that is still making it happen. Here's what happens to Gary Peters here. There's a Hladek tackle. And then, he gets kicked in the arm, and his left leg gets rolled up on. And at the end of the day, he's done a good play at the office. He'll be all right.
So he heads off.
Yeah, but TJ Lee, Keon Hatcher, those 2 players on either side of the ball for BC that are difference makers. Bo's smelling it right here. Got to have it.
So Ace Ely is in. Jordan Perryman also come in earlier. So they had to make some substitutions with these injuries in the secondary, but it is close now. It is tight. It's 1st and goal at the BC 2. Butler stepped up.
I thought they were going to do a Danny Mack there and let Bo keep it off the edge and kind of like Sally Rand and walk into the end zone because he's got 0 rushing touchdowns on the year. He averages 10.3 yards a carry.
When Bo runs, he makes it count. You're right about that.
I mean, it's like nobody's looking for contain. And look at Bo at the top here. Look at him. Look at him. Nobody's looking at him.
And it is Ace Ely, mentioning him coming in, first year to Georgia Tech. Gets in on Butler. So they push back to the 4. 2nd and goal. Passing. And no. Hladek in there with Tim White. Got turned around, so a 3rd down, and you have to think,
there's
no
all
choice
kinds
but to go for it.
And you know, it's not an easy read for a quarterback to watch all this stuff going on right in this big area right here. And Bo's waiting for something to appear, and it's really blocked down right there, and then the receiver's trying to go in front, and he knows, no, I'm going to go behind. Hladek, he was in position to intercept that one. Saw it last night in the ball game, too.
We got a challenge flag from Scott Milanovich now, too, and I would assume.
Why not?
Yeah, he wants to challenge what Ben Hladek did there with Tim White getting turned around, and just a critical point, obviously, for Hamilton.
Right now, you're looking at a 3rd and goal and a 4th.
Where they would have to go, obviously.
Winnipeg, Hamilton is challenging the ruling in the field for DPI. The play will be reviewed.
Oh, hey, I've been there, Andre.
Andre, you got to smile. You got to smile.
You work as many games as Andre Proulx
That's
has.
awesome. Good on him.
Give him a pass.
Taking that
Command
one
center
like a
takes
champ.
charge here. Command center reviewing whether or not this is pass interference against BC, Matty.
Yeah, and you watch 46, Laddick right in the middle of the football field. He's right here, and he's going to go to his right. You got crosses coming in, you got drag coming in. He's undercutting. He's in position to make an interception. Tim White aborts Laddick because he tries to go around, and I don't think there's PI there. I don't think at all. I think Laddick's just in a position. He reads it perfectly, and the ball's running out of time, and Tim's trying to go in front, and he goes, no, I got to go around because Laddick is aggressive to the football, and ball falls incomplete.
Critical point for the Ticats, who desperately need a touchdown. The challenge flag thrown by Scott Milanovich. They review, and this is their decision.
After a review by the command center, the ruling on the field stands. It is an incomplete pass. It will be third down.
At this point, I think Milanovich had to give it a try.
Oh, yeah, but yeah, he's we're down here. Let's make it count. We need sixes, not threes.
And this is why on third down and goal from the BC 4, they have to go for it. They need a touchdown. They're down by 23.
Press coverage.
Mitchell. Time. Looks. Touchdown. Luther Hakunavanu, who was wide open. Nobody near him as he waited for that one. Inside the Lions end zone. 6 on the board with a point after try pending.
Same type of play that they ran on second down, but BC doesn't pick it up. You got crossers and you got people trying to drive. Oh, this is going to be a good look at it. And watch 20 Lacombo right here. He goes with the under right behind him. Here comes a drag. And that's just what they wanted on second down. They got it on third down, made it count.
In his 4th year from York, Luther Hakunavanu, the former Calgary Stampeder, was his first touchdown of the season here with the Ticats. His first with the Cats, and the point after by Leggio. And a 10-play, 70-yard drive by the Ticats to get within 16 points now, Matty.
Absolutely. Hakunavanu gets in the end zone for the 9th time in his career, and couldn't have been at a bigger time for the Ticats trying to claw their way back in this football game. And the drive was nicely done. Bo was very patient on that drive, which you have to be. He made some throws, and his receivers also picked him up at times. He used Butler extremely well and gambled on third down and paid off big time. Hakunavanu finding it for his 9th time in his career.
Originally drafted by the Stampeders. Hakunavanu.
It's a 2-score game, Rod.
I was going to say that extra point is
16 points.
It is big. We were talking, about, 16, it's daunting, but we were reflecting a couple of days ago with the Red Blacks in Winnipeg. They were down 16 with 3 minutes to go and still came back and won it.
Right, but 16 feels a whole lot more tonight than it did the other
sure
night.
does. Well, the other part of this equation is they got that number 3 guy on the other side who hasn't had a lot of work in the second half, but he's about to go to work again. And Hamilton's defense has to figure out a way to stop Vernon Adams Jr. in that Lions offense. That's been pretty tough to do. Terry Williams.
And the good thing, I don't know if you can call it a good thing because BA's been slicing the dice in the Hamilton defense. It's just a 16-point game, so you still have to be aggressive, and you have everything at your fingertips offensively when you're calling the game if you're Jordan McCinnick. So you're not playing things conservatively here for the next 15 plus minutes. You got to go for it, and that's exactly what it's. It's going to be fun to watch.
His numbers alone look so good, and you consider there were a couple of drops and some beautiful passes in that first half. It could have been more. Could have been more points on the board for BC. 37-21, they still lead. Getting a bit of a challenge now from Hamilton. On the ground, Williams stand back. Lots of room as he takes it outside. Big run, Williams stand back, and just like that, the Lions offense getting going, getting up near midfield.
Yeah, you watch this, count them up. Look at all these people here. They just flatten them out. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They got 7 big boys up front. Flatten them out. Flatten out that defense. What does William Stanback do? Presses the hole, out and around. Now DB's got to make a tackle. That's not good.
This is the final play of the third quarter. Hamilton, for what it's worth, has outscored BC in this quarter, but still a long way behind. And now they just control it on the ground. Back to 31. Grinds his way for another big game.
And that's the last play of this third quarter. And I can say that's, hey, good on Jordan McSimic, because I thought they might have thrown it there, but they're just pounding it, moving the sticks.
BC has the ball, and they still do have a 16-point lead, trying to improve to 4-1. If the Cats are going to get their first win tonight, they got a lot of work to do in the final 15. Well, the numbers aren't as mismatched after Hamilton's third quarter. They had 2 scoring drives. That said, Matty, their defense still has to figure out a way to stop Vernon Adams in that offense.
Yeah, and the score looks like it's been a competitive game. It's only 16 points, but it seems almost insurmountable with the way the game is played out. But credit Hamilton for clawing back there in the third quarter, controlling the football, the line of scrimmage, and finding the end zone at least once. And they're only 16 points down, and to me this is huge, because this is CFL. 16 points is nothing. Hamilton can catch fire here with their receiving core and make a play maybe on teams, a defense. Because BC in that third quarter just didn't have the ball, and they only had a little over 60 yards.
Yeah, they only had 1 possession in the third quarter, but yeah, Hamilton's defense needs stops desperately now. Late in the third, saw William Stanback, a couple of good runs to second and short. 3 yards they need. Faking it to 31 and dumping it off to Justin McInnis, who just keeps fighting his way with Destin Talbert there, and he works his way up for a first down.
It's like trying to tackle a giraffe. It's seriously, it's just, I mean, he caught that ball about 1.5 yards, 2 yards short of the first down. Dustin McInnis is in this little cluster formation here in a bunch, and he kind of bangs back out. Hot pursuit. He gets good leverage there. Dips his shoulder. Very nicely done. Muscles his way for a first down.
He had a game's worth of business in the first couple of possessions in this game. 9 catches, 135, and 2 touchdowns. Most of that in the first half. 1st and 10. Hamilton 48.
There you go.
Adams gets sacked. First time he's been taken down in a month since week 1, and it's Casey Sales to do it. Big defensive play when they need it for the Hamilton Tiger Cats.
Yeah, Casey Sales, man, you talk about, he's right here. Watch what he does. Does what Casey Sales been doing, whether it's in a Bomber uniform, just push, get off of me. He just extended on Packer and then just threw him aside and went and got VA. That's the first time he's been sacked in a while. I'm talking about forever. It seems like in the Canadian football.
A month, week 1 against the Argos when he was sacked 6 times. And this is back-to-back sacks.
So, there you go.
It's David Menard, the X-Line, spent most of his career with BC, coming in and getting Vernon Adams there. So go figure, they've done such a brilliant job protecting Adams the last 3-4 weeks.
10th-year player from Montreal. I just love his desire, his determination. Just get there, then speed and finishes. Then the patented celebration afterwards. Here it is. Mark Washington giving it back to him.
No, they needed that. They get the ball back. And it's Smoke Harris in his first CFL game after a 47-yard punt. Works his way up to the 25. Defense stands. On comes Bo Levi Mitchell again to keep it going. Back at Tim Hortons Field, it's the 4th quarter. It is early in the 4th. Hamilton's defense had a good stand against Hamilton, so now that comes Bo Levi Mitchell. Had 2 scoring drives in the third quarter. The offense showing some signs of life here. Down by 16 points. Shorter pass attempt, and coming in there was Keontae Evans on Stephen Dunbar. Incomplete.
That's a veteran play right there. Formation started with a 4-1, and then they moved to a 2-3 to the boundary, and Bo went one-on-one with Keontae Evans, and Evans read his mail. Yeah. He just sat back and jumped the route. Good thing that wasn't going the other way.
Evans had a couple of years here in Hamilton, played in the Grey Cup in 2021 and lost to Winnipeg in overtime. Three-man rush, throwing. It bobbles, it's caught. No, it's not. Tim White. It's just looked like Manny Rugamba was right there on White, but looked like he had a chance, but instead it's a 2-and-out, and Hamilton's going to have to punt it away.
Yeah, and Bo is just going to feather this out there, and it doesn't have a lot of room, but this is a beautiful throw. I think a better play by Rugamba late. Just kind of disrupt Tim White's eyes and vision, and then come over the top and bang it down. Catchable ball, no question.
And that has been what is, with the exception, of course, of last week in Ottawa, Tim White's had a few of those early this season. So instead, Constantino.
Uh-oh, something happened there.
Shorter punt, the side of his foot. Bounces, and it's picked up by Terry Williams, who, after a punt of 38 only, gets it across midfield and down to the Hamilton 51. The oldest and most prestigious tennis tournament in the world continues the round of 16 at the All England Club, Wimbledon. That's tomorrow, 6 a.m. Eastern, 3 a.m. Pacific. Really bright and early on TSN.
You see, I like that promo better than I did your Shark Week.
Well, I was trying to imitate Wayne.
Well, yeah,
no one can do that.
Just be you, Ryan.
Okay.
Just be you.
I will take your advice from now on. All the promos from now on. I couldn't resist, though.
I know.
On the Shark Week
40
promo.
does do it great.
He does do it awesome. BC ball. Williams Standback has it on that first down play, and they're set up in great field position to add to their lead after that exchange on special teams.
Yeah, that was huge. The 2-and-out that they forced there, drop pass by Tim White, and then the poor punt by Hamilton, and decent little 10-yard return by Terry Williams, and they're on the opposite side of the field already, and he's got a second and medium here.
Last time BC had the ball, Hamilton sacked Vernon Adams twice. 2nd and 6, they get the pressure coming in, and he throws that away. It could have been intercepted. It just falls down a little ahead of Kenneth George, intended there for McInnes. And there were a couple of Ticats in the area as Adams has had so much success lofting those balls in. Not that time around. So again, 3rd down, BC to punt.
Yeah, and McInnes is down here in the backfield and is going to take a. And I don't even think the ball. He knows the ball's thrown to him. VA's got heat coming off the edge, and McInnes just kind of gives up on it. Says no way. I'm catching that thing. DB can't corral it either.
The Ticats get the ball back. Smoke Harris for a 43-yard punt. Taken down by Riley Pickett. Thursday Night Football presented by New York Fries, going down next week, next Thursday. Argos and Alouettes meeting for the 2nd time this season. Montreal won by 10 points in Toronto. The Alouettes are 5-0, 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific.
What was that, 30-20 win there?
30-20.
I think that was flattering score for Toronto. I think
Montreal looked good.
Yeah, they did.
Had the comeback victory last week. Well, a break for the Ticats here. Ace Ely on that special teams gets called. And a 10-yard penalty to push them out to the 18 to start this possession. Bo Levi Mitchell. Only 3 rushing. Tries to dump it off. Nearly picked off. Tried to dump it off to Butler. And a hand got up and knocked it away. Sione Tehema. What a chance for BC there.
Yeah, get the big mid up and then hopefully deflects to your teammate. Get him up. Bang. There it is. Oh, tip it back to yourself.
So it was Christian Covington, Matty, that got the hands up, and Tehema's the one that nearly had the pick.
Yeah. Good team defense right there. So you're doing 2nd and long.
More pressure. Gets it away. And in a crowd, it is caught. That's Tim White.
Well, I don't know what I'm more impressed with. The throw or Tim White doing his thing, but this throw is special. Tim White's running a decent route, and it's nice coverage. Break on it, get there. And then the throw is over and just spotted perfectly. We talk about VA being accurate there in the first half with several throws. That one was money.
And Mitchell throws it off to Luther Hakunavanhu, who just had his first catch earlier in the half. As we welcome in viewers on TSN5 who've been watching NASCAR, Rod Smith, Matt Dunnigan, Paul Lapalese here at Tim Hortons Field in Hamilton, where the Lions were on fire. BC dominated much of this game. Hamilton's trying to chip back now. It's a 16-point difference. Fourth quarter, 9:10 on the clock and counting. Luther Hakunavanhu with that catch to get the first down. Mitchell throwing again to the right, wide open, another catch, and rolling out of bounds, Keandre Smith. So here come the Ticats, down 2 scores, working their way down the field.
Yeah, the throw here is, something not many quarterbacks can do, and Bo Levi Mitchell makes this look easy. He's looking that way, flushed a little bit, just a little flick of the wrist, spots it out there. Got plenty of time to get 2 scores here, no problem. Just keep the sticks moving.
Sorry, Matty, on that hitch screen to Dunbar as he gets it inside the 40.
There's nothing wrong with that. It just keeps the momentum, keeps BC defense on the field, keeps them sucking the paint off the field. I like what I'm seeing here. Now you're gonna, somebody's going down, taking a knee because they're tired. They're tired out there.
That BC defense been on the field a whole lot in the second half.
Yeah, they have, and I don't think that's an injury. I'm just going to say it. It's just a defensive man going down because he's been told to go down. That's
Marcus Moore, who's down now, but the Ticats are on the move, needing another touchdown soon. A lot goes into making a winning football team. Rick Campbell's known all about that with the Lions. Let's go back to Paul Lapalese.
Yeah, right. It's a tale of 2 head coaches. In my conversation with both of them, Rick Campbell talked about he loves the leadership of this football team, the charter plane that they take 30 minutes early last week. He said that never happens. As a former head coach, that never happens if they're focused or ready to go. And on Scott Milanovich's side, he talked about we have a lot of young players. Those young players, we're going to have to train how to operate and how to do things. And certainly the youth is showing up tonight on that defensive group.
And Lapo, all the players, I'm told, on the charter 30 minutes early, what Lapo was talking about. But yeah, a lot of turnover for Scott Milanovich's Ticats too, especially on defense. And Hamlin's offense on the field now, trying to get them closer. And Mitchell just couldn't find anyone to throw to. And the ball came out, and it looks like Colderwood Manzi came up with it.
Yeah. Boa hesitated, looking for something downfield, looking for something, waiting, moving to his right and trying to buy some time. And Scott Milanovich has told him this year, if something's not there, pull it down and make it happen. And I think that's one of those situations where we would like to see that.
It is 3rd down and 6, 7:40 on the clock, and they're going for it. Oh, close. Looking for Tim White with Ronald Kent in there. It's incomplete. And Hamilton turns it over on downs.
Yeah, that Ronald Kent, first-year player from Central Michigan, was in his hip pocket. He's coming from left to right. And watch the receiver coming to your screen right there. He runs that route for him, and he's undercutting it too. So no chance for Tim White or Bo Levi Mitchell to make that completion. Turnover on downs. Kind of grabbed that right arm a little bit, didn't he, right before the ball got there? Just a little bit.
Milanovich had a challenge earlier in this game and did not win it.
It's good play for a first-year ball player. Covering one of the best in the league. Critical down, 3rd and 6. Making it happen.
Ticats couldn't have challenged it if they wanted to. That one is complete from Adams, and that's the Williams standback. But a touchdown reception in the first half early on, and part of the onslaught by BC. If you didn't see the start, first 2 possessions, the Lions just made it look easy going down the field getting touchdowns.
Yeah, great execution, but I also think great game planning too. Really surprising Hamilton with a couple of different looks, and they took full advantage of it, jumping out early, which is what you want to do on the road. Quite the crowd down, get them no momentum. Hamilton's been doing a decent job of trying to get back in this over the last quarter and a half.
2nd and 6 at the BC 41 for Vernon Adams Jr. That's caught by Justin McInnis. By his standards, a quiet second half, only because the first was so incredibly good with a couple of touchdowns.
First quarter, he was just tired, ran out of gas. Just watch, this is too easy. Just recognize what you see. As a receiver coach, as a quarterback, you teach, attack your area of the coverage and it'll unfold in front of you. If you're not sure, just hit it hard and it'll unfold in front of you. It's a perfect example of that.
McInnis, 10 catches, 141 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Most of that, as mentioned, in the first half. Handing off Stanback. He finds a hole. He works his way through it, and up for another BC first down on the ground.
Yeah. How do you make a big man small? Ask Williams, stand back. Watch him come through this hole. Coming right over this way. Watch him. Hit it. Get small. Man. And then Jamal Peters is like, I don't want any of that. I think he's standing, goes down. There's Bates, Kelly Bates, offensive line coach for BC. Got to be happy with the way things are going.
He's got to be. Good playing career, too, Kelly Bates had. Coaching the Lions for a while now. And that is off to Alexander Hollins, looking for room after the catch, and he finds it, too. Hollins makes his way up close to another BC first down.
How about Evan Hart out there in front making some people think about, yeah, he's right here. Hollins is right here. He's going to bubble out here, and VA is going to stick it on. But watch the two guys out in front. Watch 19. Watch the commitment there. Stay on him. Keep your feet moving. That's beautiful.
Aiden Everhart, one of the receivers on that.
Those are things that keep you in the lineup. You may not see the ball 10 times a game. You may see it just twice a game, but plays like that keep you in the lineup.
Short yardage, David Mackey on. And the fullback Mackey, who had a fumble and then some redemption last week against Edmonton, scoring a touchdown. And the updated look at the receiving leaders, here it is. I mentioned Tyson Philpott with another big one. Look how close that is. And these two paces, by the way, McInnis creeping in third, but Hollins and Philpott, these are historic paces right now that these two receivers are on.
And Dylan Mitchell and Justin Hardy, are at an incredible pace as well. Watching Hardy play, I just love how he gets out of a break so quickly. Just talented receivers are making it happen.
Throwing off to the left. And that's Everhart. There's his reward for all the good blocking he was doing as well as he gets another catch.
Throw flat and get smothered.
Okay, not a huge reward.
But you know what? The throw VA made right there was incredible. If you just watch this, he's off his back foot, then he just settles it with people in his face and just darts it. And if that's off the mark, it could be going the other way.
Well, Adams has said it's not just the completions. We saw late in the first half, a couple to the end zone that there was a chance of those being caught, and they're just beautifully thrown.
Yeah.
Vernon Adams had quite a night tonight so far. 2nd and 7 at the Hamilton 33. Another completion.
Just finding that receiver
That's
there.
Berryhill. Stanley Berryhill with the catch and a first down.
Look at the time that VA has there. He was working really hard not to get happy feet in the pocket and feel ghosts. And he did a great job of keeping his eyes down the field and found the receiver. Now watch VA work here. It's not easily done. Watch the pocket. Rushing 4. Eyes downfield. Feels heat, pressure. Boom. Stick it out there. Oh, that's just a nice move. Berryhill.
This will be the last play before the 3-minute warning. We're under 3 now and counting. With one more done, William Stanback greeted at the line of scrimmage, but isn't that Stanbackian? As he breaks the tackle and he works his way down to the 15.
Casey Sales upset with himself. Williams Stanback just discards him.
Yeah.
Goes and picks up some valuable yardage on 1st and 10.
Little talking on the field, little talking after the play as well. Good night for BC, but Rick Campbell does have some injury concerns. Let's go back to Lapo.
Yeah, it's been a great night on the field. Couple injuries, though. Thibaut Duboye, Josh Banks, and Javon Catoy will not finish the game. But overall, really great night for the BC Lions.
Yeah, it has been. Banks, Duboye, see them there. They're looking okay, but part of the beef up front in that Lions defensive line, and Javon Catoy on the other side of the ball.
They're just overheated. A couple of cool ones after the ball game. They'll be fine.
Well, the work by the offense on this drive with David Mackey in now taking the short yardage snaps.
Interesting change of events and philosophy for the
He's a
BC
fullback
Lions.
and he's still going. He gets it down inside the 5.
He's trying to do his best Tommy Stevens impersonation.
Well, big fullback at Western and getting his chance to carry the ball more now, not just a blocking back.
Yeah,
in these short yardage
and
games.
I love the thought process here. Take these blows and it plays off the shoulders of your star quarterback Vernon Adams, who goes about 195 pounds, and
which was the talk,
so
Matty, after week 1, right?
And yeah, I'm just saying I like this look here, and I think that's very smart because Mackey can handle that situation, much like we see Strev in Winnipeg, much like we see Tommy Stevens in Calgary. We see it with Dakota Prukop in Edmonton, and you know, it's just the mindset, right? Let's take the load off our starter because he's so valuable, but now he's in kind of a tough spot in Winnipeg. Strever's taking a lot of heat, a lot of blows.
Back to Adams at quarterback here and hands off to Stanback. But
I love the fight in Casey Sales. Just still probably seething from that play he missed earlier where Stanback went for 9 on 1st and 10.
wasn't that a run, by the way?
Yeah, that was crazy.
We went to break, but Stanback in that previous one got hit behind the line of scrimmage, ended up with 9. But big test for the Sales and the Ticats up front defensively. A 2nd and goal now. And
what do you do here, Rod? Do you get VA on the edge?
Nah, keep giving it to 31.
Really?
He's had a night.
Huh.
Put this game to bed. That's what BC's trying to do now. 2 minutes and counting. And 2 scores in front. Maximum 2 scores is 16 points. There you go. 31. William Stanback.
Yes.
That's a BC Lions touchdown.
Let the big dogs eat up front and let William Stanback get in the end zone.
Second touchdown, Stanback of the night. As he had one catching earlier.
First one on the ground, though, Rod, this year. And to me, that is well earned right there by the entire squad right there. Big boys are loving it. Stanny earned all of that one.
That was 11 plays, Matty, 73 yards, but it took close to 6 minutes off the clock. It just doesn't give Hamilton any chance at all when they're trying to come back in this game.
Yeah, they needed that. It's called finishing, and that's exactly what the Lions did.
Well, finishing, and on a day when they certainly started too, didn't they?
What is this? What do they say? It's not where you start, it's where you finish?
Well, in this case, it's both. Yeah. Because they started. Oh, my goodness, they started. Just breezed down the field, touchdown. Got the ball back, breezed down the field, another touchdown, and they get one late here. And, yeah, that kind of night turned into that kind of season for Scott Milanovich and Mark Washington as they are facing their first 0-5 start, the Hamilton Tiger Cats, since 2017 when they started 0-8.
Scott Milanovich and his crew are going to be looking for answers, breaking things down, going back and trusting the process, and asking themselves some serious questions. Do we have the talent here? Do we have the people waiting in the wings to step up and make plays? Can we coach them up? You know they're going to be doing their damnedest to make that happen.
Well, if you look at the schedule next week, Hamilton will have a bye at 0-5. And what a showdown in the West looming in Vancouver next Saturday night, because you've got the 4-0 Saskatchewan Roughriders against the soon-to-be 4-1 BC Lions. Early showdown at the top of the West Division. We'll have it for you.
I like every bit of those 4 games.
Well, yeah, the Owls and Argos meeting again, too.
Oh, my goodness.
In Calgary and Winnipeg, the Bombers, certainly after getting that first win of the season.
Red Blacks and the Elks finished the week. Talking about teams that are hungry, needing something good to happen.
Well, that's the thing. Edmonton at 0-4. Hamilton soon to be 0-5, but those 3 0-4 teams, first time in history. That's Smoke Harris. But
Smoke looks like he's been eating a little barbecue. I'm just saying, for a returner, Yeah. Let's see what's going on down there at Louisiana Tech and Ruston. Yeah, see what I'm saying?
He came in with a very good resume as a return man, and Milanovic was excited to see what he can do.
Hitting some crawfish balls, that's what he's been doing. He's had a good night. You know, I think his introduction to the game has been solid.
He had well, one good return negated by penalty. He had another good one, but almost too much returning after all the touchdowns for the BC Lions. 44 points on the board. Another good one here. As Smoke Harris is taken down after a 28-yard return. But yeah, this is 1:41 on the clock, 44-21, and yeah, the Ticats about to head into a bye with a lot of work to do.
And this is what happens when you got teams crossing paths and people are a little hot under the collar. Confrontation going on down there.
Looks like Ronald Kent again, who was hurt earlier.
There's some extracurricular activity going down there too.
Getting a little bit heated on a hot night in Hamilton.
And you know what? I'd be upset if Hamilton wasn't pushing back. You know, you can't like this as a football team.
Well, saying for Scott Milanovic, I mean, they could point to previous games, coming back strong in Calgary, losing that one, but there were positive signs. They were here for their home opener against Saskatchewan, and they led by a touchdown in the final minutes. The Riders came back and on a crazy interception ended up winning in a walk-off field goal. And then, yeah, much like this game tonight, it wasn't close against the Riders in the rematch. But then in Ottawa last week, we were there for that game when they thought with 28 seconds left that they had the go-ahead touchdown.
Yeah, we had almost given Bo his 22nd come from behind victory, and good return, not by Dedman, but it was a squib kick that kind of initiated.
Put Ottawa in good shape with so little time left.
And a completion to Ackland and a completion to
Braylon
Addison, and Lewis Ward doing his thing. Another fantastic kicker that is just crushing it in the CFL.
But the bottom line, it's what's your record? The Ticats are about to be 0-5. And that hurts for Hamilton. On this night when it looked like it was over early, the way BC just jumped out of the gate. Butler with it. Gary Peters on him. 14-0, 6 minutes into the game.
Yeah, you know, he wished the score was turned around because I don't care how many games go in between you and your old teammates. You want to play well against them.
And he did last year in Vancouver, but different kind of night tonight. His entire team crossing right for Tim White. Cuts it back up. Tries to get up close to midfield. It is a first down, but 1:20 on the clock and a comfortable 23-point lead again. That was the lead at halftime for BC. 23 points.
Yeah, and I know that Jordan McSimic and his crew on the offensive side of the ball will look at that third quarter and probably have some coachable moments there, maybe. But at the end of the day, Hamilton was trying to claw back, did a decent job, got within 16, and then they took over in the fourth quarter. The Lions did, controlled the line of scrimmage and the ball once again and found the end zone.
Justin McInnes there, Vernon Adams, and it's a lot better than the last time they came into the Eastern time zone. That was a month ago in Toronto when they lost their opener. They haven't lost since. Caught again. Getting up again as Bridges, not touched, but down there, and 53 on the clock now.
Yeah, these are nothing but yabs.
Yards after beatdown, as Matt Dunnigan likes to say.
That's what they are, but it happens.
Just explaining what yab yards.
That's not. Hey, I was fixing to, but you beat me to it.
Sorry.
You beat me to it.
I've just heard you use the term so much.
Yeah.
White again. BC and Saskatchewan next week. Now, no Trevor Harris.
Right.
Shea Patterson just got the start, and their defense was really impressive against the Argos.
That was a team victory.
Yeah.
Much like the Montreal game was the other night. And I just say that Shea Patterson settled down And I like what Mark Mueller was able to do with him. In most of those situations, I thought that they settled down, got on the same page, started finding a rhythm together. And that takes some time. And I saw that happen in front of my eyes watching Shea Patterson play for the first time.
There you go. Top of the West. 4-0 Saskatchewan and 4-1 BC. To be officially confirmed in 20 seconds. Mitchell runs out of time. Down he goes.
And you know, Rod, going back to Shea in that game coming up, it generally looked like his teammates were excited for him too, right? And they were comfortable with him behind the center. And that's a good sign for the Riders and Rider Nation. Because sometimes it's not like that. I think everybody was pulling for this kid, and he shined in his moment.
Big one in Vancouver. Patterson, the Riders next week in BC Place. Bridges gets that one inside the 5. 3 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, it's going to make that long plane ride home for BC go a lot smoother.
We'll enjoy that.
I don't know about that, Rod. That's a decent flight to beat up after a football game.
After this game, they'll enjoy that. And so look, and some points. Insignificant in this game as they are, but it is another touchdown for Keandre Smith.
And he deserved that flag.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons. Keandre, you should know this. You know, you're down, you've had it handed to you, you score, and then you celebrate like that. And there's a flag thrown because of excessive celebration, I believe. And
well, not much for the Ticats, any Ticat to celebrate tonight.
Yeah.
And so that's his 4th touchdown of the season. Yeah, flag.
Well, he's having a great year. Let you play, do your talking. You don't need that. I just think that he lost his way right there.
Well, looking at the scoreboard, a meaningless touchdown for Hamilton. That have some
on the
issues.
Previous play, after the play, misconduct foul, 10 yards on Hamilton, 82.
85, Keandre Smith.
Winnipeg, 82-85.
Again, I'm giving Andre a pass.
Yeah, absolutely. He's down there in the thick of it. He's tired too. Those guys are running all over the field.
0's on the clock.
Yeah, it's just
the formality for
understand where you're
point
at
after.
as a young player. I get it. You find the end zone, it feels good.
Rick Campbell takes the headset off. This thing's done. We'll do a point after, but strictly, when you talk about yards after beat down, there are pads too,
There's
right?
pads.
Points
Those
after
are points after beat down. I'm telling you, it's not going to sit well with Ryan Phillips, D coordinator for BC.
Another point on the board for Hamilton, but still a comfortable 16-point lead. Well, Tim Hortons Field is the home of the Ticats, but it has been the Lions' den tonight. BC early and often, and really, Matty, never in doubt.
Never in doubt, Rod. Never in doubt calling a game with you. A lot of fun. A little lopsided, but at the end of the day, great crew. Beautiful night at Tim Hortons. Not the way Hamilton wanted to go, but
nonetheless, smiles for Justin McInnis, and rightfully so. He had a couple of first-half touchdowns. Big Skin Pete doing what he could to fire everybody up, but the Lions were doing what they could to diffuse the crowd. As BC wins, they improve to 4-1, and a big showdown at the top of the West with the Lions back home in Vancouver next Saturday night to take on the 4-0 Saskatchewan Roughriders. Thanks for watching the CFL on TSN on a Sunday night. Have a good evening, everyone.